Hello everyone, my name is Harold, and this is my final project. Player starts off in the front of a temple, and they go down the hole, and this is the beginner area. Now the player has to jump from platform to platform to make it to the other side. If they fall, they get spawned back at the start. I added in the spawning because I didn't want the player to fall off and have to climb all the way back up to the top again, so I feel like it would have been quicker to do it that way. And as the player gets to the other side, start to transition to the second area. And this is kind of like a series of tunnels. And the player notices spikes that are going through the walls. And if a player gets hit by a spike, they respawn back at the start of the beginning of the next area that they reached. The player could go left, right, or straight. Let's go right. And they enter a room with another platforming puzzle. I kind of made the difficulty of paths based off of how many spikes were being shot at the player. So if you took the straight path, it would be the more difficult one to choose, since there was only one spike shooting out. And they go through the tunnel and up the staircase towards the next area. Now, since the areas are so big, this staircase is quite large. And I kind of wanted to have a big area for the player to go through, since, you know, with the moving platforms and the spikes, I want to have a big enough playable area for the character to go through. And as they reach this third area, it is the hardest area. And as you can see, the spike did restart the player back up in here. And if they fall off, it would also respawn the player back up. Let's just do that. Same thing with the second area. I didn't fall off during that time, but it would also respawn them back downstairs in the tunnels where all the spikes were at. As I come up here, I gotta dodge some more spikes. Get onto the next platform. And continue on their way. When I was creating this, it took me quite a few tries to get through. But once you start to memorize the paths that you have to take and how long the arrows travel, it becomes quite simple. As I say that. But this is why this is the master area. Just because there's not many arrows to dodge, but they are placed in very good areas to make you restart a bunch of times. Making these platforms and arrows were pretty simple. and it just kind of took a bit to get them placed in the right area for them to be effective. I wanted to have a health system added in, but the arrows would eventually kill you over time and then respawn you. But that ended up being more of a process than it was worth. Because I feel like just the automatic respawning after it hits you works much better than a health system. And I made it to the other side. And as you leave, there's a sign that says, "Congratulations, you have escaped the temple." And you're back out outside. Thank you for watching, and talk to you next time.